everybody. I hope you're doing great this week. So, for the lesson today, I want to talk about the concept of hands, feet, hands. It's a general rule I like to teach that helps us with our presentation and also with a little bit of practicality involved too. Okay, so I have a basic lesson for lower belts or white to yellow belts, or maybe some of the people who are a little bit younger, and then I have a more advanced lesson for after I explain the basic concept, okay? So to start off, the basic rule of hands, feet, hands is to start with your hands, then move your feet, and then you're going to move your hands again, okay? So if I take just a low block, for example, right? Let's say I start from GB. We're going to start with our hands first. We come into our chamber position, that's moving our hands. My feet haven't even moved, right? So our hands are ready. Now we go to feet. We move our feet where they need to go into our forward stance, right? And then lastly, we move our hands again, right? We got it, right? So that's the whole deal, right? Hands, feet, hands, okay? Now, the reason why this is important is when you're first starting off learning a new form, or even if you're just trying to remember an old form, or anything like that, it can be confusing if you try to do all parts of the move at once. Like you try to think like, oh, I'm moving my feet and I'm low blocking at the same time. It gets confusing. Sometimes your hands get backwards, sometimes you move the wrong foot the wrong way. But if you take each move itself and divide it into those 3 steps, you'll never get it wrong as long as you can get each individual part correct. So, when you do your forms today, or even if you're learning a new form, let's say you just tested and you're looking at a video, right? When you're learning the new moves, take it slow. Each move, 3 parts, right? First do that chamber, step your feet out, make sure your chamber is right, your feet are right, then do that block. Same thing, right? You'll move your hand for a punch, step forward, then hands, okay? Now this is just a very basic way to do your forms, right? If you're learning, or if you're just trying to get the concept of moving your hands before you move your feet, not at the same time, okay? So, if you're a lower belt or learning a new form, that's what I want you to do today, is try doing your new form or doing your form just that way and see if it helps you get all the moves correct, okay? Now, if you're a little bit more advanced, I want you to think of this another way, okay? The more advanced version of this is when we move our hands, we still chamber before we move our feet. When we move our feet, you'll move your foot where it needs to go, but you'll notice my upper body is still pointed this way. It's not at our finished position yet, okay? So we've moved our foot where it needs to go. Our hands are in chamber. Now the only thing left is when we move our hands is we turn our body at the same time, okay? What this does is it makes our feet and our hands land at the same time, okay? Now, the significance of that is, which do you think is stronger? Your arm or your whole body? Take a guess. Hopefully you said your whole body. Your whole body will always be stronger than just using your arm, okay? So that's what we're doing in this. We're chambering our hands, we're stepping our foot out, but then we are keeping our body turned so that on that last part of that move, we can use our whole body into that block, not just our arm, right? We're using that whole turn, okay? And this obviously applies to any kinds of turns we do, right? Chamber our hands first, we'll turn just enough so that we have enough of a torque at the end, right? We've moved our foot where it needs to go, now all that's left is turn. You'll see I've turned my hips to that finished position, okay? So that's the more advanced way of doing the hands, feet, hands, okay? I guess if you really wanted to be techno-body, you could call it hands, feet, and then body, right? Because your whole body goes into that movement, okay? So this isn't just helpful for your presentation. It looks really strong and beautiful if you can get your hands and your feet to always match up this way. And the only way to get this way is to really practice and take it step by step, okay? Start with the basic method and then move on into this more advanced technique, okay? And then this will of course help you practically as well. Because like I said, your arm is only so strong. Put your whole body behind it, it's so much stronger. Instead of just blocking kicks, you're breaking bones, okay? So that's what I have for you today. Make sure you practice. You're all doing really great, okay? Stay healthy. Bye.